You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about last night's Hall of Fame game and some overreactions on all sides because, my goodness, Trey Lance is Michael Vick now. He's Lamar Jackson now. Keep in mind, I am a lifelong 49ers fan. 45 years. All right. That's my earliest recollection was the catch. Montana, Dwight Clark, right? That was what, 1980, I guess. So I've seen a hell of a lot of 49ers ball. Dearly beloved. Trey Lance is look, he balled out against a bunch of guys that will be bagging groceries and parking cars in a month. All right. I mean, seriously, and I'm not trying to be mean towards those guys. They're trying to make squads. 2, maybe 3 of them might actually make the squad or go to the practice squad. And yeah, some of them might play in the CFL and the UFL, but you get my point. You're talking about what? A 5th-year player balling out against a bunch of backups. All right? I got to tell you, hold on to that thought when you start watching Shadur Sanders play, too. By the way, couple people mad that I made that video yesterday afternoon. Why did you? A 30-year video is going to be about the Browns? Yeah, when they get 3 times the amount of views every other video gets, you better believe a third of my videos may end up being about the Browns. That's, for whatever reason, that is the most socially polarizing NFL story there is right now, and there's not a close second. I'm going to be real. There's just not. That Shadur Sanders thing has got, I mean, it is the freaking Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, whatever of the NFL right now. It's nuts. So right here, this was prior to the game, and this was now you guys know I adore Jim Harbaugh. If you ask me, Kyle Shanahan versus Jim Harbaugh, I'm taking Jim Harbaugh. But here he is going through the ritual he goes through with all of his quarterbacks prior to a game. Trey Lance. Now, I will tell you this. I'm not going to lie to you about this. If any coach is going to save Trey Lance's career, it will be Jim Harbaugh. And don't worry, we'll talk a little bit about the Lions too, because there's a lot of reaction about the Ben Johnson-less Lions last night. I mean, this was ugly, right? This was an ugly game. But again, it's preseason. Right here, NFL posted 13 of 20, 122 touchdowns. Trey Lance. Woo! All right. Yeah, Trey Lance's example that all of you have to do better is leave the 49ers organization. Come on now. Seriously? Kyle Shanahan took Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy to the Super Bowl, but nah, they're the ones with the problems. This of the Hall of Fame game. You got to keep perspective on this shit. You do. You got to be kidding me right now. And legit, I got up this morning and there was a guy that literally said, Trey Lance is better than Brock Purdy. All right. I mean, I don't know what to say to you. Again, didn't Brock go to the Super Bowl in his 2nd year? After being a 7th round pick? Trey Lance was the 3rd overall pick in the draft. I've said this about Trey Lance in videos before, but this has emerged over the years from different stories out there. The 49ers knew Trey Lance, and Kyle Shanahan knew Trey Lance probably wasn't going to be the guy as soon as the very first training camp. Rookie mini camp, people were starting to already go, uh-oh, yikes, we may have missed on one here. And, of course, they gave up a ton, right? They gave up a ton. So let's not leave the Lions out of this at all. All right. Uh, of course, Lions no offense last night. Offense did not show up. I mean, final score was 34-7. I was one of the dumb fucks that was looking forward to seeing Hendon Hooker. They were acting like Hendon Hooker was going to start this game. Instead, I look up and I've got Kyle Allen out there. And I got to be honest, Kyle Allen's played better than this. 9 of 14 for 91 yards, and people, as you can imagine, people last night went to the, oh crap, Ben Johnson's gone. I got to tell you, if that Lions offense don't look very good, that story, you want to talk about big stories, that story is going to be, it's going to be the Ben Johnson's gone, Dan Campbell is now exposed. That's a narrative out there that a lot, and I love Dan Campbell, but that is something that a lot of people are already talking about. Is it going to be Ben Johnson, or was it Dan Campbell, or was it a combo platter? We'll have to see.
First one out of the gate, the story of the game is we turned it over 5 times, and then we didn't get any takeaways. So that's hard, just from that standpoint. When you put your defense in that kind of position, that's tough. We did have 2 sudden change stops. It was really good defensively. I thought we handled the run pretty good. There was a couple of runs that kicked out of there, but I mean, really, they rushed for 2.8, so that's pretty good. I mean, we held in there. And then offensively, like we said, it's hard to get in a rhythm when you turn the ball over like that. Or we're getting ready to start a drive and kickoff return, punt return. So just that was kind of the nature of it. We're excited to watch some of these guys, see how they did, grade the tape, learn from it, grow from it. That's what it's about. So.
Okay, so 5 turnovers. He lacked his run defense. That's all there was to like. By the way, if you could use if you could use an offensive mind, an offensive coordinator, John Gruden might be somebody you might give a call to. That came out the beginning of the week. The Detroit Lions really missed Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator, right here. Let's just check it out. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah, that was not great. But that's what it is, folks. This is what it is this morning. First game without Ben Johnson, and we are losing 31-7. We are finished, trade everyone. Lions without Ben Johnson. The Titans. Yikes. 2024 Titans. This was funny. Chris Collinsworth. The one name the Lions don't want to hear a lot of is Ben Johnson. Let me and Mike Tirico mention Ben Johnson's full name 8 more times. At least. The I don't have Ben Johnson as my OC anymore face. Ooh. There's a little panic in Detroit. Coach, got any of them Ben Johnson type plays for us? Yeah, it looks like a no. That looks like a no. I got to tell you. Yikes. Dan Campbell without Ben Johnson. Who is this? Oh, no, not the Bishop Sycamore head coach. Oh, the fake big-time football program. Wow. Jared Goff looks brutal without Ben Johnson. Oh, that wasn't Jared Goff. That wasn't Jared Goff. That was Ben. That was Kyle Allen. Let's not do that. So there is the one thing the Lions don't want to hear about is Ben Johnson. Try telling their obsessed fan base that, Chris. Woo, yeah. Lions offense is horrific without Ben Johnson. Lions offense already having troubles without Ben Johnson, I see. Dan Campbell trying to call plays without Ben Johnson as his OC. Are we calling Dan Campbell a caveman? Is that what we're doing this morning? Yikes. 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 That's interesting. That's interesting. That the fallout is already happening. It was going to be a big story. I mean, if we look up after 7 games and the Lions are 3-4, whoa, shit. It was Ben Johnson and not Dan Campbell narrative is going to be a full-blown raging forest fire. I mean, seriously. That's one of the big stories to keep an eye on. It really is. Trey Lance is better than Brock Purdy. Okay. I mean, I don't know what this again. Like I said yesterday, the UFL is looking at heavy expansion and publication and a big marketing push. The one thing that guy's going to do is he's going to start putting games in smaller stadiums so it feels more compact and packed and it looks good on TV. It's a great idea. Trey Lance is that guy. He is the UFL guy. You know? I mean, seriously. That's just the kind of guy that, and I think eventually they're going to slap an NFL logo somewhere on that anyway. The NFL presents the United Football League. And people will watch because of that. You will have, third string quarterbacks, the fourth quarterbacks, the fifth quarterbacks playing on those teams. Trey Lance is that guy. You're that guy, Trey. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.